All right, so I'm pretty excited about today. Today is a video you guys have been asking for ad nauseum in my comments section time and time again. Wade, can you do this video? Wade, I need to know the answer to this video. Wade, what is your take on this video? Well, folks, today's the day where you find out my take on KSI versus Logan number 2. Now, we went through the first one of these. I did an entire breakdown. So looking back on that first fight, I remember Logan doing very well. He put shots on KSI early. He hit him with some great combinations, some straight right hands. His jab was always popping out there. I thought his best weapon in the fight was his jab. It started to turn quickly for Logan and went downhill fast because KSI started to build confidence, started to build momentum, and by the time that 6th round came around, Logan was done. He was done mentally. He was done physically, and KSI was putting it on him. So that fight ended up being a draw, right? Regardless of what we think, who we think won, that fight was a draw. So coming into the second fight, I remember picking Logan. I thought, yeah, you know, he had some struggle with his cardio in the first fight, but it was his first time doing it. And coming into the second, I was fairly confident he was going to win that fight. But it didn't turn out that way, and we're going to examine exactly why that happened today. Could Logan have done things differently? What was KSI doing to cause Logan so many problems? And what was going on with the point deduction? All that stuff and more. Let's get right into this. KSI versus Logan Paul, number 2 from the Staples Center, sold out event. Let's go. Michael Buffer, just my opinion, the second best Buffer. Bruce Buffer, number 1. Look at that, dude. Look at Logan just turn around like, God dang, I have to turn around and fight now. I don't know how that's not telling as to what we thought should have happened. Look at this. He's like, okay, here we go. That guy doesn't look like he wants to be in there. That guy doesn't look like he wants to go rip that other dude's head off across from him. He looks like he just woke up from a nap. There's a difference between looking relaxed and looking like this is a bad decision and I don't want to do this. Look at KSI. Look at the difference. This is what I'm talking about. Look at that look in his eyes. Look at that look in that man's eyes. Whether he knows he's going to win this fight or not, right in this moment, he is psyching himself into this fight. He is telling himself, I'm going to win this. Not a body language expert, but there's a difference between looking relaxed and looking like you don't want to be there. There's a difference between hyping yourself up and genuinely wanting to be in there and prove something. KSI is in there wanting to prove something. It's so easy to see. But I was like, calm down, bro. Calm down. Listen, the nerves that got to be going through your body in front of a sold-out Staples Center in your first professional boxing match. Woo! I don't know if I could keep it together, man. I'd be so ready to go. Here we go. KSI moving right away. Establishing that jab right away. I like that. Slips under Logan's jab there. Logan, nice jab return. Logan's jab has always been one of his best attacks. Oh, Logan actually lands that jab right there. I think he tries to double up on this jab. KSI is just trying to make sure he sends a message. You're not going to just jab me all night, even though Logan lands this one pretty clean. Watch this. Logan lands that. The right hand's coming. Logan, if he doesn't jab right here, this thing could be fucking knockout city. But he tries to double up on this jab and inadvertently kind of blocks his right hand. Right there. Blocks it under that jab. Woo! Especially the way KSI comes in, kind of reckless. Holy cow. They don't teach this anywhere, guys. They don't teach that right hand anywhere. There's so many shots Logan can take advantage of here. He could roll under, throw a left hand to the body. He could double up on that left hook, work the body, and then come up top. He would still have enough time to do that after this just complete windmill. And they said it right there. The announcing team just said that Logan's being a little too casual. That's kind of the epitome of this fight. Logan being a little too casual, being comfortable with not doing too much. I might be one of the only straight right hands Logan throws in the first couple of rounds of this fight. KSI avoids it. That looks pretty familiar. We're going to see this a lot from Logan. In the clinch, throwing these uppercuts. I do like the feints that Logan throws out. That's a nice double jab. It's a nice double jab. Boom, and then works the body. Beautiful. The thing is, though, follow up here, right? Boom, boom. Look at the distance. Follow up. Follow up. You're close. You're in the pocket. Don't just stand there to stand there. Follow. He has KSI trapped, and he lets him out. Look. Right here, KSI. He even bumps the ropes here. And Logan's okay with letting him slide out of the back door here. The one place, if you're KSI, you don't want to be going is toward that power right hand, even though Logan doesn't really throw it a ton. But Logan, if he takes this lane, takes a step with this lead leg, instead of just kind of letting KSI circle out of this, takes this left leg and pins him back toward the ropes right here, he essentially cuts KSI off, and instead of chasing him, which he'll do as KSI moves out here, He stays in front of him and makes KSI fight his way out of the corner. Instead, we see him just kind of let him walk right out and meet him in the center. I don't understand that. But regardless, KSI is reckless as all hell. Completely reckless. I mean, that shot isn't taught by Vidal. It's not taught by anybody. But that's KSI looking, hunting. Nice jab from Logan. Very nice. Nice return jab, KSI. Woo, like that. Little short left hook. Follow up, baby. Logan, if he's going to throw that short left hook, follow up. What are you circling out for? Where are you going? 23 seconds first round. Logan's seen that right hand a number of times now, right? He's seen that a number of times. He's seen that KSI is going to overreach, overthrow on that right hand. KSI needs to make an adjustment. That's a little sneaky right hand in the clinch from KSI. 2 of them. I like that. All right, round 1. Round 1's a tough one to call because both guys landed pretty solid jabs. Overall, I think Logan probably landed more and more cleanly than KSI did, even though you see, again, KSI very aggressive forward. You see him pushing the pace of the fight, but Logan's catching him with that jab. As KSI comes forward, he meets him with the jab. Logan's always been great about meeting that forward pressure with a jab. I don't remember how the judges scored it, but I do think Logan, again, peppering the jab out, I thought he landed more, and I thought he landed more accurately than KSI did as he kind of swung a little more wildly. He kind of landed on the shoulder and maybe on the neck a couple of times, and he did land a couple of jabs to the body as well, but I do think Logan etched this round. Very close, but I think he etched the first round.
Corner. What I would be telling him.
More straight with the right hand. Yeah, KSI and Vidal, they know.
He does not like the rugged fight. He doesn't like somebody putting...
Double jab, right hand straight. So what Vidal's telling KSI is, listen, you're throwing the right hand way too wide. It's not getting to the target. We know that. But the double jab is what I'm keying on. Now you start to play the middle games with Logan, right? If you can add the double jab, and now you can feint off the lead jab, and then pop the double jab, and then go back to the single jab, double jab overhand, right? Mess with the tendencies and stop the predictability. Make Logan think about what's coming versus him going, oh, it's a jab overhand. He's already a little tentative as is, but when he's thinking, then KSI can start to pressure and land shots. Not just walk Logan down, but also land shots. Here we go, round 2, round 2. Double jab, both guys. Woo! We're both getting in there with that jab. KSI jabbing the body. He knows that's what KSI is looking for. He knows Logan wants to change levels. Logan wants to change levels, and KSI is jabbing the body to get Logan to change levels. And when he does, boom. He changed levels and runs right into a jab. Logan also lands. That's the first meaningful jab that KSI's landed on Logan's face. Logan tries to throw this right hand. He barely misses the target right behind the ear of KSI, but the left hook behind it lands. Logan should see it again. Look at, again, what are these shots? KSI just sat in the corner and listened to Vidal say, throw straights off the double jab, and instead he comes out like that. And Logan isn't making him pay is the problem too, all right? Logan's avoiding these shots, and that's great, right? But KSI has to pay for that. He has to pay for throwing stuff like that. Nice jab. Logan again pumping that jab out there. This is what's winning him rounds, especially the first. I thought it won him the first round. I think it's winning him the second, just being more active with the jab. KSI does a little better here. He turns that jab into a lead hook. A little better. Something Logan hadn't seen yet. Here's the thing. That is a great shot from Logan. It's one of my favorite shots in his arsenal. It's that lead hand uppercut or that corkscrew uppercut or even just an underhanded jab, right? It's a little different because Logan throws it from his waist. Most jabs you see come out hands high. They're popping that jab out. Logan throws that hands low, boom, lead hand uppercut. But it has its own benefit and it has a drawback. And that is when you throw that shot, boom, it takes a little bit more forward action that you can't cover up because, right, when you're here with that jab automatically can cover that chin. When you throw this, all of a sudden, unless you're throwing that, and Logan didn't, you throw this, that chin is exposed for a counter right hand. And KSI sees that and puts it on him. Well, jumping in left hook. Good Lord. KSI landed that first one, but holy cow, dude. I mean, I get it, man. KSI is trying to find any way he can to get in and just hammer Logan, but that is just not it, man. Yeah, I'm surprised KSI didn't. I mean, that just goes to show more his gas tank, that he didn't run out of gas doing stuff like that. There's the double jab that Vidal wants, right? That's the double jab. The right hand still, he's throwing way over the top to try to get past Logan's reach. He doesn't need to throw that. He can throw that straight down the pipe and still get to Logan. Look at the distance he's covered in that just in that 3-punch combo. Because I know a lot of you guys were like, oh, he threw this, or he threw that way because Logan's so tall and he was trying to break the outside of the guard. I don't see it that way, because KSI easily got close to Logan, easily covered distance, and Logan was so tentative that he didn't really throw a counter shot. KSI had the lane. He had the middle lane to throw these right hands. He just never did. For whatever reason, he wanted to go over the top, and a lot of the times, that's the reason his shots didn't land. All right, there's 2 rounds. 2 rounds. Oh, Jay Beebs. Jay Beebs in the crowd. Round 2 is more of the same. KSI had a simple instruction from his corner, which was to double up on the jab and toss the right hand behind it, and then mix up off of that. And Logan landed, again, his patented jab. He landed a ton of great jabs here. Logan stayed composed for the most part, and I think that's because he's failed to figure out the answer to that cardio issue that he has. So that's one reason why, but also he didn't really have to do anything. KSI was making his life easy, just throwing like that and not being able to even come close to landing anything devastating on Logan because the shots were predictable. So I think Logan takes round 2, again, just staying behind the jab. And I think the best shot of the round was for both guys, that exchange where Logan throws the corkscrew uppercut or the lead jab underhanded, and KSI returns with a right hand. But I do think Logan wins the second round, and I think he's up 2-0. Logan goes to the body. KSI again a little wild. A little shorter, a little more tight. Those shots might land, man. You are in a fight, sir. You cannot take your head and look over your corner and be like, I didn't get that one. What did you say? You said double jab. I got that part. And then you said the right hand. And then the 4? No, you can't do this, bro. I don't know what he was doing. Good Lord. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. Whoa, hold up. This is the knockdown right here. Misses the overhand and then lands it right behind the ear. This is what happens, guys. This right here is what happens if you continue to just slide out of the way, slide out of the way. At some point, the ring is not going to be on your side, and you're going to get put in a position where you can't slide out of the way. And the guy coming forward, winging shots, regardless of how technical they might not be and how wide and looping, there's a chance that he could land one. And because Logan hasn't gained the respect of KSI to push him back a little bit and say, listen, you come in there, you're going to pay for that, KSI just continues to move forward on him. So this wasn't called a knockdown to my knowledge. I'm going to watch Jack Reese right here, but I don't remember this being called a knockdown. I remember this being called a slip. And this is 100% a knockdown. This is absolutely a knockdown. That's 100% a knockdown. That's behind the ear. That's a legitimate knockdown. Logan gets hit behind the ear. We've seen that shot behind the ear before. Conor hit Dustin with it. Sometimes your equilibrium goes completely out, right? You can't stand up. You can't walk around because it just kind of, you get noodle legs. This right here, what Logan's about to do, shows me that he's not quite recovered yet. This is a flash knockdown where he's still trying to pick up the pieces as to how he got down on the ground, and he's going to pop back up. Jack Reese saves him by saying this is a shot behind the head or a slip or something. Watch the way Logan looks at Jack Reese, and he's like, wait, what? Did I get knocked down? Logan doesn't know how he ended up on the ground. Look at him. He's figuring it out. Now he's recovered somewhat. The problem here is how this round was scored at the end of the fight. Because he lost this round, but this should have been a 10-8 round based off the knockdown alone. KSI doing a good job again out of the clinches here, right there, of making sure he puts an exclamation point on every exit of the clinch, whereas Logan's just kind of shoving him, right? Logan's like, get off me. KSI's punching his way out of this clinch. Boom, boom. There's that uppercut again from Logan. That pull uppercut where he slides outside of that jab. He's got the timing of KSI's jab pretty down pat. The announce team just said KSI is letting it all hang out, and that's the easiest way to sum up what we're seeing is that Logan is I don't want to say holding back, but he is reserved. He is gun shy. He is almost afraid of pulling that trigger because he sees all these shots flying in from KSI, and now his confidence is shaken even more because regardless of how it was scored, KSI knocked down Logan, and Logan knows it. This should have been a 10-8 round for KSI, and I know it doesn't matter because KSI goes on to win this thing, but it should have been a 10-8 round. KSI wins this round. The knockdown does it for him. Logan is showing KSI that it is okay to pressure me, push me around the cage. I'm just going to let you and hopefully try to avoid shots. KSI wins the third round. To me, this is an even fight right now. 28-28 heading into the fourth round. Logan just asked, was that a knockdown? Yeah, I slipped. No, you did not, big man. Watch this. Right hand, kabam, right behind the ear. Crumbles Logan. Woo! Hey, it's crazy what happens when Logan starts to be the aggressor, right? It's crazy what happens when you make a guy pay for standing there in front of you and not just trying to avoid shots and slide away and pepper the jab out there. My goodness. Logan throws a straight right hand, and it looks like it devastates KSI. One clean right hand. It's crazy to see, right, guys? It's crazy. Look at that. That is a perfect shot on the button as KSI is moving backward, lands it clean. Follow up here. Instead, we let Logan fly back out of the way, and KSI gets a chance to recover and put that pace back on Logan. It happens time and time again in this fight. Nice little double jab there from Logan. Logan continues to try to time that uppercut off the jab. Look at him slip and pulls that arm back. He wants to slip and throw that uppercut underneath. There's the jab. There's the jab. That's how you make him pay coming forward. Woo-wee! Oh, my goodness, the best shot of the night. Boom, baby. Beautiful shot right here. An absolute gem of a shot. Now, what happens after this, I don't understand why he did. I think it's probably one of those things when he's in the heat of the moment, he just wants to sit KSI down and get that knockdown official. But he can't do this because if he doesn't, right here, KSI's rocked. He might not fall from this shot, but substantial follow-up shots will make KSI eat the canvas. And I don't know if he gets up. I really don't, because this is a big, big shot. Even that shot, that's a big, big shot right there. That's a beautiful shot. Bang! Right on the chin. Beautiful shot. This one right here, too. Beautiful. That and that is what you can't have. Those two. Listen to Jack Reese right here.
Dude, you held his head with the uppercut, then you hit him when he was down. You can't do that shit. So I'm waving that off.
And yeah, letter of the law, it's not legal to hold the head and rip the shot underneath. I've seen it happen and not called as a no knockdown many times. But I don't think that was the determining factor. I think it was the follow-up shots that he hit him twice on the ground, or he went to hit him the first time and actually connected the second, that lost Logan Paul these points that he's about to lose.
For hitting him when he was down. 2 points! And then 2 points to punch when he's down.
So he says he's going to take away the knockdown. Then he says score the knockdown, but take away 2 points for him hitting him while he was down. So what we have here is an 8-8 round. Is that what I'm seeing? That we have an 8-8 round? And going into the 4th round, I still had it tied. So we would be going into the 5th round still tied. This would be a 36-36 score heading into the 5th. I don't know if 2 points was necessary for what Logan did. I'm not going to sit here and argue like I'm a boxing rules historian. I don't know. Jack Reese thought it was so, okay. But it's not like he had a warning, got a point taken away, and then did it again and got that other point taken. There was no warning. It was just he did something, and he was penalized, but he was like over-penalized to really drive home the fact that he did something wrong. KSI is still legitimately hurt here. You can tell he's not nearly as aggressive, and this is why I said Logan, if he just would have made KSI, even here, jump on him. For short, Logan had an opportunity to end the fight. All the controversy, everything that went into it, push it aside. You had 40 seconds where KSI backed straight up into his corner, and he could have closed the show, and he just did not let the shots go. It's a reflection of this fight. Logan was not as aggressive or as urgent as he needed to be at any point in this fight. Nonchalant gets you beat, and that's what happened. Here we go, round 5, round 5. KSI back on the gas pedal again. Even after being dropped in the last round, he's back on the gas pedal. Logan looks a little more urgent here in round 5. I think he understands now. Now's the time where we got to go. See, Logan moving forward. Could have used a lot of this in any of the previous 4 rounds. That's 2 great jabs right there from Logan. Look at that. From the hip. Bang, bang. Good, good. Again, follow up, though. Where are you going? Follow up. Boom. Right hand. Again, just slides away. KSI just has to feint his way out of a corner. That's all he does. Usually guys have to fight their way out of a corner. KSI just feints his way out. All he has to do is draw back the right hand, and Logan goes running across the ring. Woo! More of that, please, sir. Please. Bang. Man, the right hand just barely misses there. But that's what I was looking for from Logan. I don't understand it, man, because he has an ability to do this stuff, and then I see him training now with Milton, and it looks like shit. But he has the ability to put these shots together. Where has that been the entire fight? Can someone tell me? So I had Logan winning this round. So in my opinion, Logan would have won the 1st, the 2nd, the 4th, and the 5th, with KSI taking 3 and 6. Now, if I'm wrong about 1 and 2, like I said, 1 is razor thin. So if you go KSI in the 1st round, okay. But Logan, again, in the 5th round, he wins it. it's just not, he's not doing enough, right? He's not doing enough to win rounds going away so that it's so convincing that he can take 1, 2, 4, and 5 and walk away with this thing. Because of the knockdown, because of the statistical maths, Logan has allowed himself to get into not only a decision, but one that is going to reflect badly on him. In my opinion, after this 5th round, Logan's up. I can see an argument for KSI being up 1. Again, it's the first round is where you have to make that determination. But I can see the argument both ways heading into the 6th, which KSI, I think, does win. Here we go. 6th and final round. KSI lands a hook to open up. Woo! Logan coming forward. Logan lands that jab. KSI lands one behind it, though. Nice right hand to the body there from KSI. That was nice. Woo! Nice right hand, KSI on the counter there. Slips the jab. Nice right hand behind it. KSI almost eats another big uppercut right there. Woo! Dang, that's it right there. That is it right there.
To the winner by split decision from the United Kingdom.
Oh, man. Dude. This is... It's not, I shouldn't be laughing because I would be devastated, but man, I can't imagine.
To the winner by split decision from the United Kingdom.
Oh, man. That sucks. KSI brings home the W, though. So KSI wins a split decision. Now, how did these judges come to these scores? So I've got the scorecard here, and the thing that baffles me is that KSI, on 2 of these judges' scorecards, won the first 2 rounds. Now, I'm not going to try to convince you guys as to why I think that way. I'm just going to go into copy box numbers because Logan not only landed more, but he landed more accurately in both of those rounds. And the sport of boxing is who gets touched less than the other person, right? Who touches the person more and gets touched less. And on a final punch report, even then, Logan landed at a higher rate and he landed more. He threw less and landed more. KSI definitely controlled the pace of the fight. I think Logan lost this fight, more so than even KSI won it. Every single time KSI pressured forward, Logan just slid out of the way. There was no punishment. There was no counter ability. There was no, hey, I'm going to let you know that you can't just throw these crazy shots and continue to move forward on me without paying for some of this. And that, in a sense, could be why the judges scored it the way they did, because you look at the over-aggressive nature of KSI. Who's pushing the fight? Who is pushing the action? Who looks to be the aggressor? Who looks to be the one that wants to initiate a boxing exchange? Whereas Logan kind of slides away from a lot of the shots, sticks behind that jab. To a judge, that could look like a fighter that wants to be in there, wants to win, wants to press the action, and a fighter that doesn't. KSI came to win this fight, all 6 rounds, and Logan was there to basically give it away for the first 3.5 to 4. My final scorecard reads this as a draw. I had it as a draw going into the 5th round. I thought Logan won the 5th. I thought KSI won the 6th. I would like to see him do it one more time. I don't think it'll ever happen because Logan is off doing his thing with Floyd Mayweather. I presume that's still happening. And KSI is aiming for a fight with Jake Paul, and why would he want to do this again? Because he beat Logan. There's no reason for him to do it again. KSI, again, was a guy that was less skilled, but had heart, determination, absolute want and need to win this fight. And on the side of Logan, it's pretty simple. When the question arises, how bad do you want to be great? When the question arises, how bad do you want to win? The answer for Logan is always, kinda, I guess. Whereas KSI stepped up to the plate and said, like my life depends on it. That's what I think, but you guys let me know in the comments below who you thought won and why. KSI Logan Paul 2, this thing was a spectacle. It was an event. It was, for all intents and purposes, a continuation of their first fight, and KSI picked up right where he left off. He wanted this thing so bad that he was willing to go out there and take it. And Logan Paul wasn't. That's what happened.